nation, all around us.
Formula One.
Forever young, singing songs every deeper song.
Boxing.
Let's be
Now you have to on your 7 hours supply.
GlobeTV, yet is some ferama. Yamuhia, yasum bunti, yo babia. GlobeTV, yenim wapedi enina. Yadivi, see rebel, wabu, and the bia. Fiani, Yamana Manson, Sam. GlobeTV, yet is some ferama. Yamuhia, yasum bunti, yo babia. GlobeTV, yenim wapedi enina. Yadivi, see rebel. Wabubu anu debia Fiye ni yamana manson sam GlobeTV Yenim wapedi enyina Yadi wiye si rebreu Baby ya wushabia GlobeTV, bringing the world to you.
Nipana pono krena Bese minkumyana sheye muma Abroni semoni adosu Yeni ye Nipana fono krena Bese minkumyana sheye muma Abroni semoni adosu Yeah, mi rawo That is me rawo Mama yena konto money Oh, yeah Masem yeah No question nipa na mpenika Ye wani tia na wokwa mu po wanyi ntumuda Aba onya memra na fe ya twatwene na ya dane ye ni so nyansafo na ye ebu nipa ye ni mani wo ye ni mfere ye pani die ye die wo nti ato oseye obedi obi hu adanse kumu anya nipa ni mfeva teche madane bosha hodo so ni nyina onteda onya me achi difo no pro ne mane ye ya efi se wo nyina nim se da chi obebu akonta enso trust sem na so fa che ni nika ni ebubu so ni anonte oyo jiji sika se nya me ma Peter Chedia was I here the check. Tiba the 10 as well manage consultation number. Yes, Christo Bago. Good.
Well. Many thanks. Good evening, wherever you are. This is another day, and we are here to do justice to issues and matters arising. Today is Friday. Of course, the weekend starts on Friday. Friday happens to be a day I love so much, and most people don't understand. They keep asking me, why are you excited when it comes to Friday? One of them is Joseph Nanga, who's right here with me, but I'm sure he's envying why I like Fridays, you know. Today is Friday, and we are moving on for God and country. Welcome to GlobeTV, and the program you're currently watching is Ghana Tie. It's a program designed to educate you more about issues and matters arising in this country. We'll look at the biggest and the hottest issue, and we'll sit down with our distinguished panelists to digest it. And then after, you are also granted the opportunity to share with us your views, thoughts, and comment about the issues we'll be discussing. And you can see on your screen, the line will be shown on your screen for you to share with us your views, thoughts, and comment. Good evening once again. My name is Emmanuel Quarshie, and you can call or refer to me as the Hitman. This is the biggest program which Ghanaians love to watch. The program is brought to you by G-Fast Mixture and SP Capsules. It's actually approved by the Food and Drugs Authority, and trust me, this is the best I recommend for you. G-Fast, we say pa. Let me quickly say salamu alaikum wa alaikum salam wa barakatuhu. Yanzu muna gaisuwa sanda yini to gashi nan an zauna kuma yau Friday inji wani yau Juma'a an wuce Juma'a an gama to wannan da ya wuce ba yau ba. Muna gaisuwa da kowa kun da kuke zongo uwayenmu kowa kun da kuke duba duka kana duba na ina gaisuwa sunana ne Emmanuel Quarshie ka kira na Hitman nyamani nye call woni nye yo ga wonganye wonga mofiamo call ye ga tema from committee 1 to 20 Ashaima Klagon Koliwoko Dansuma Osu Ari Kinkanwi Alata if you know you know call wo ke Eastleigh go ha to find wonga mofiamo GlobeTV ne GlobeTV ne acho me Emmanuel Quarshie shobanye ucheme Hitman wana water crowd na Cape Coast Elmina na Azechale map water then and there Friday o mo nye luso at least after na nyipa ko pewia tina fo me ho a na nyipa ato no bo atoto kama mo yonku bi no ka o se ne da me de koto na ne ba ehoma me che na ya de twaze na ya se yaze. We are moving on. Those of you in the Upper East region, I'll say Lawan and Lansuma, Hokata the 20 Ghana Tamboma. And let me go to the Upper West and say Yanawula Ketuma Obieson. Now, Ebusafo Moshe Sabri, aha, a GlobeTV, Jumadia, we hear that so, and Ghana tea, Hana Ghana for, and a Ghana in a etieshe. And say and some idea him I so I modu kurache cement bag and netna say ebubu ho na etna say to ebu bibim say wache a wakoto a hye na to obo bibi no habanum na wato obo ache otiedi ni fine enne menim say wate dia say wate a menim say wate dia say wonti enso na me bo amane ana say me bo nchichimu ene say ni abeto dwa no say obeka ya gabi ocheda ku na di kan started treaty ye sebi ye kan binum so gabi da ko gabi ocheda ku sebi onye government appointee onye obi ani kwan say ye fan ye fan serious we should not even add value to it. Gabi no didn't start here testing the pause our treaty ye ka say very soon government will have to go and borrow to come and pay wages no ba ko eno achi ena Gabi de betu dwa se bebia edu no o kam obi ate se IMF de e wo se yekọ na yekọ IMF enye bone ampa so nka IMF kọ de enye bone no kroye ba ko me yensem troni me Ghana ni wo hwe me so wo ye Ghana ni sabi nsem ni bi wo ha ya ye kan edu bebia na obi kan na akọ something which is there enne abetu dwa confirmed say aban HSA IMF ade a yebekọ na yakobo bisia na obi bebisa se ye no ane se na mbe ye den nenne ye ko IMF ebesa me ka say yewra Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia e kan CNP say you don't have to borrow, just go through the roads and everything. Ema mo kan sa President Akufo-Addo can the same thing, Ken Ofori-Atta can the same thing, the deputy minister can the same thing, MPP mpanyinfo dodo na na kan say empo mi kai say kafra say memenu na ham kakra me kai say Minister of Communication Eslewusu kan CNP say ye mobosia de emfa mu man a nka na ba woni 20 years kura betimi abuman no tini you Eslewusu na kan satam na MPP opposition o say ye mu man de na amamu no beye busia bo amamu a say nkobo busia mbebu man de a ne ba woni 20 years kura no obetimi abuman no amana yiye. That time no more opposition. So beka MPP ade ba ko mo sisi no se sebi NDC for busi omo bono ba me na kan say reckless borrowing. Na che se busi akura na MPP for bono na sebi nyansan nim. Enne ya nye enwumre yo. Anope ye dati ni MPP aban e de abetu dwa a efa ye soafo kasama aban Minister of Information Kojo Ponkruma and o de betu dwa se bibiedu no mo bogana nkaye so mo ka che nso se omo beko eye IMF kianiki chize bibiedu no wo so mo ko na ejaman focus we di asem sebe ehonsem menim bebia wo na menim bebia wo sha wo hweme sabre be meda wa se so do brani bi e fam na wo hweye aha ye GlobeTV sanam di kan de tudwa no abrebia me ka che se wo pese utimi didi ema ho to ma oyere ma mo piafo a eno ane Jeffas mixer se mofra no se mofra na die efiri mfie dumi no eko na se ne ho aye hyewa ye boho a eya pe eye Jeffas fama no Jeffas mixer shede ye ma ba ne bema eboa ma wo ye adwumaden eye gya ho adwuma etena fa ko 1990 wiem na ye pa ebese wo nante ewie no mo koba ye adwumaden na du bebi a mogya na so te ena mogya no so ete no ti anye yi a aduane e frɛ ne aduane se wo se odi no e ma okondo no wonum beto onya Jeffas mesha enam se wo ye adwumaden tena fa ko che nante ewie mo pagya ne ma nti na boawo ebo mogya no ho ban esan boawo e ma wonum toso e ma otimi chia oti se kia fort aba medidi e ma wo ho to kama eye pa ye ma ba ne be ma na emu abofro ni mfie dumi no kwa enya da sabofro no betimi anom eye Jeffas mixer afenso yo ba wafa yefunu onum anya yie o ma abofro no funsu a mpache wonso no anya yie na mpanyimfo na ka o masem se sacre de eno a ene free over here wenso eye Jeffas P capsules na Jeffas P capsules no wonya bi a eboa pa Madam for Joseph Nango Temenchen. Okasem se nansen na se sabi na se da ho agina ho bisa bema bia utiemi a pese onika mu kodu epagya na timidi twitwi so na obi afiliwa ohia Jeffas P capsules ebe se bowura ntinim pia fini nyina firim amama agina osisimu amana ye kase se crankshaft no wonya eye Jeffas P capsules se memena eboawo eyi amama emasisie no eye soft anti sabi so obopene oyere a ahomache oprodu din pra we bonus sabi nika mukodu no eboa ma na pagya kama kane ana nika mukodu ase daho ase gina ho ase sensen okonkon no sabi ohwe obi dia ase kodu ahye ne cupboard wonya eye Jeffas P capsules memene a obeye bema prekope enanwumre omadaroma a Food and Drugs Board Food and Drugs Authority aje tum de pam stamp asia pampam nti ukọ a drugstore pharmacy shop a ben obia no obenya Jeffas mixture na P capsules akọ call any drugstore a pharmacy shop bia no so pe Jeffas mixture papa no matter na edwuma di ebro enanwumre yewura Joseph Nanga member of the NPP communication team Bono East region Wofidiem ha sanso and former member of parliament on the ticket of NDC Techimai South constituency are currently Oye Director of Elections Emma MPP Bono East Honorable J Mensa and so Ewo Fidiuma and I said Enche Obetinenka ene Joseph Nanga ye na ho kona na Hayford ho na ye ba ya hye enkomo na se ye ba sisi ya
Your friend is of Mamina na Hayford. Me yen century me say ye actress. And then you ma who do pee keka ho. And na medwuma dinti. Ma po me den ho hia me papa na se ban ma po me den ho dia. And one Jifax mixture. Bonje. Jifax mixture nti mitimi gina pabo atenten so. Just say Jifax mama your best mu ankasa. Me nia be ma. Ebema wusu wa ye be mama pa. Senti ameji Jifax Mr. Tumpre kopeni say. Edro no hote ye de afa abefu nimdie kwanso. Eni fidie wonwosuom e na ye ne friendship kroje. Ye no nti ma ye resadie. Enu wane Jifax mixture. Na momitie enye ma penfo oba a oma akwala nofo ana akwala onyenya emfie dumienu.
FDA ahwehwe saa edwadie nkratoɔ yi mu agye atum sɛ ɛyɛ
Jifax mixture pa.
Yes, I'm Akwaba Edeba GlobeTV, Senam Kana Tujano. Former Member of Parliament on the ticket of NDC, Techiman South constituency, was signed a presiding member paying Ama Techiman Municipal. Currently, one and Director of Elections, Ama NDC, Bono East Region, Honorable Ajay Mensa Ewofidioma. Samsona Joseph Nanga, member of the NPP communication team, Bono East Region, and also Ewofidioma. Quickly, let me say, I know Edikan Komama Bisa on Sama Church, Nyamambi, FA IMF, Yehon Semia, and this war by Monisisi and NPP. But all the same, before, you bet was no. Maybe say her video back with me in the Bina. Channel so, Mammy said, number that TV no sono. And also screen so no. And on a text message, a line or the far WhatsApp, I be ho. Open so bit a short voice note. I can be big cra. Now, what they are sending, you know, you be born a kind at the amount. Yeah, Mama, in her video, na homra.
As my colleague, Deputy Minister said, we are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, murmuring, you can't, We are not people of short sight, you know. And we have to move on, okay? So let's think of us as who we are, a proud, strong people, the shining star of Africa, and we have the capacity to do what we want to do. If only we can speak that one language and ensure that we burden share in the issues ahead. Thank you very much indeed.
Mr. Speaker, the yield levy is also going to help with the fiscal consolidation effort and reduce the debt levels of our country. And that also means that we are going to see an improved economic ratings and not returning to the International Monetary Fund, which is the only solution our friends on the other side have always preferred. Why don't you go to the IMF? Go to the IMF. We have shown that we have alternatives to building the economy of this country without resorting to conditionalities that will be imposed on this country. We will not go to the IMF today, we will not go to IMF tomorrow, and we are not going as long as the NPP remains in power. Mr. Speaker, if anybody has the capacity to bring this nation back on its economic track, it is Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the MPP government. Mr. Speaker, we have done it before. In 2001, when our friends took us and left Ghana in Hippic, it was former President Kufuor and the MPP government that took this country's economy and built it into a lower middle income until 2009. By the time we gave it back to them in 2017, when President Akufo-Addo came, they had taken us back to IMF. It is President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo who took us out of IMF.
Well, so let me go back to my panelists at this point in time. Joseph, Majo, Bibia Bokode. Honorable Adjumens, Majo.
Yes,
Honorable Adjumens. I don't know if we need to one time Bahama morning is
no money is so we say, oh, time for 77 Nintumatia Janaya, dear body and over.
So, Tamfo, and Tomako Tijanaya,
a Janaya, there was him over here. No, dear, but a Jabasi. Oh, Kufia so about 2 hallelujah.
I see. This year, and then fear that. But the unfortunate thing is, if you're the baby, I just on cooking tempo. Because I will turn us in Niger, and then Friday after 9, and can you say, baby, at and say, and then can you bankuni tilapia? We will see what we can do. Why not? Men are speaking like that. Just a percent was shas here for a reason, which is one, two, this issue of IMF. Rebecca said, some Ghanaians are shocked suddenly because her video cry a boy na during town hall meetings na Yewra of Furiata Kasa or Kane CNP, and that was one of the town hall meetings for E-Levy na Ochechi Mocha say. You won't call IMF, and I say Ghana, you call IMF. But finalize the stance. More call IMF, and I say more call IMF, more council CNP. When I bet me chechi mo ama ye mubi, and I shall for Atiasi, send a baby. So, oh, and yes, be sorry, ya team at Asiana and Maya Crasso. Can you share with us, as a member of the government, I'm on a more than betting me chicha because ye mukasa mukono, fine, can you bonnet? I na kakra. Mpacho chichimuche. Then I buy a call, you know, understand I'm a kusi say by the same.
Hitman, Maminchia.
Just a minute,
Naminchia, Honorable. Minisha Chapa.
Yeah, it's true.
Washer for so, the chairman you bring. No more the party in Penifuna, Machiamo, in the party for. Hitman. Before that, my main kind communicate now. Just briefly. Mijidi say what here for be anya opportunity to see it. Into way free information ministry. Statement and they say the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has authorized Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to commence formal engagement with the International Monetary Fund (IMF), inviting the fund to support an economic program put together by the government of Ghana. This follows a telephone conversation between the President and the IMF Managing Director, Ms. Kristalina Georgieva, conveying Ghana's decision to engage with the fund. At a meeting on June 30, 2022, Cabinet indicated its support for the decision. The engagement with the IMF will seek to provide balance of payment support as part of a broader effort to quicken Ghana's build back in the face of challenges induced by the COVID-19 pandemic and recently the Russia-Ukraine crisis. We a communique and Ghana's Information Ministry, Minister Nankasa and assign. Na sa obo asem we tofa, me gidi say asem wa o mampani na pamfo. Finally ye take his decision no. I think say we enkyere say yakwa kwaje bosua. Hitman what you say? We enkyere say ye duru ho. Ne mum anamo a Ghana agina ye tu mprempren. Na obi bisa say adent na ye tu sa anamo mprempren. Ye be kaya. Bra e levy asemba ye no. Minority proposal say instead of ye beji e levy no. Yenyai e-levy entirely. Na yenko IMF. But you see, there are two things involved. One, who call IMF for policy credibility. I friend bailout no. So what see, and now kind your friend Gabi Ochredako no tweet now. I say am I against IMF program in principle? No. I am not for an IMF program that throws peanuts at us but imposes conditions that will end up hurting the poor, jobs and businesses and more.
Can you read it again?
Or say, am I against an IMF program in principle? No. He answered. Or say, no. I am not for an IMF program that throws peanuts at us but imposes conditions that will end up hurting the poor, job and businesses.
Okay, so quickly, I want you to break it down.
Yes.
The issue of the statement which he categorically stated, or say peanuts. So are you going for peanuts?
No, see.
That is
the other thing is that
two. Again, on pese ne ninja me for say so on beba be me conditions bi a beba be ha timamfo bi a yem fa adwumayefo anase yente adwumayefo so ne adwumayefo so ne aden. So I want us to look at it.
I me can me be statement na ba. I say IMF na wo be ko no e nyema mienu.
Okay.
Ne di kan eye wa pratitia pansam na unhu ne obeye no. Okoho a wo so mo nkyere me ne meye na mo ma me bailout. I find the policy credibility ene ye di kan. Ne to so mienu so wo subscribe to IMF Ghana ye a member of IMF no. Wo betumi akwaje bosoa enye bosoa ho hare so. Hitman, these are the two things. Obi anim a known and established fact. Say wo de ho hare so wanimu hanchu nim ne obeye biem na so kodu IMF say onyansa asa so to speak onimu di asa ne wo so de bo oman no bra no asa enti omondom na omma osika mprempren na omfambe twitwanje wo ho a eno de ye de bosuansi wo a ho oden pa ene ho conditions bebre beka ho ena ne wankasa ofiri mu etena sese bibi antim pansam ye na mmom opa akwaji sika na be bibi ene de conditions e da ho no eye a bit minimal enti Gabi say he is not against IMF in principle because we are a member of the IMF as a country. I betimi akọ anytime bi akwaje sika na mmom bosua na said nyama kakra bi asika kakra bi on beto aboyen na omode ehun conditions ya ebema enyuma ahwere yen ebema businesses abafom ebema okuani na odo no ne no ba ye ohun ne odebeye no eno na wo so okire. So let's come home. Officially, the terms and conditions and the type of loan Ghana ekwakwaje with the IMF emma abonten. What you say? But there you do, you know. The questioning is that say I bind the statement in the back. Say Ghana is going for policy credibility and that bailout. I will come and discuss it here.
Why are we going to IMF?
No, say na me catch you say one. Ya catch there you say the e-levy ba. Na say e-levy yes successful say the penna.
Because for example, I'm not cutting it short because today is one issue we are looking at, so we have a lot of time. Now one, you categorically stated why you were introducing e-levy. Moma Ghana for nyina as e-levy mo de ba no na binimu pe binim so pe, but I can say it on authority a majority of Ghanaians didn't like e-levy, right? And though it's true say Ghana shouldn't pay taxes, but e-levy somewhere even of the view say it was a double taxation and on kodan chain e-levy mo de ba no so no MPP aban kan si ne pi say one e-levy ba amayanya quality education, e-levy ba amayanya akwan, e-levy ba ama free SHS atwaso, e-levy ba ama bibia ye okay ema mpo mo kan si ne pi say with e-levy no there's no need going to IMF. That is one. I think so you're starting e-levy. We are in the second month right? We just ended the second month one. We are moving to the third month. The same Gabi Ochida could be 2 catcher and say, so far money Sika back through 60 million, right? Which is 600 billion. But right now we're expecting within that 2 months, at least moving 600 million. Right? Until one, e-levy, with all respect, she say aba and one semen also acquire something which is the e-levy cry mujina so she say nina pasca. Finally, you call IMF. E-levy no sukra utia. The same Gabi is of the view say it is even better you scrap it. Or no nyaya na dwinche. So I don't know.
Hitman.
Nanga.
Asama na ye kan na me de ba ho no.
Okay.
Ko bisa adent na ye call IMF.
Yeah.
You see, aban e my direction. Eka say, as part of your revenue mobilization measure, one of them, and say, Yankasa, Yentumi, and generate sikan free young. I think this policy didn't sit well with the minority in parliament.
Exactly.
What you say?
And some governments.
Yes, Enna, Quaya, nti asia, I was say, Ghana for Tiasie, na yetumi, ye yem, etuas atron, Santi Asinino. At the first place, said there now some cost of parliament, no, and manipa bebre able fu e-levy empo and sana ye implemented. Now, the Bayasefim say are buying a major policy direction. Ebe generate an amount of almost 6 billion within a year. Now, a buying be jinason, this are 6 billion, which is almost equivalent to $1 billion. What you say? Almost equivalent because Okita almost 6 billion, a 7 billion a year. I be raking in as far as e-levy is concerned within the year. Now ye implementing ye targeted 600 million Ghana cedis here. Ye only 60 million, and government needs money in preparing to do a lot of work. Minia, Mama Maye nunu ye ho answer. Said the honorable Bessery you know. Asama this thing there is no country in this world. Sa buying a becker order dear, what then? A buying move for sorry, or mine move for be board dom pemercia baby, see a diasda, ma a bino, de found biswa manyanko ponsa buying or modio motomo. And pray I mean, say, or mine be a penny. There is no country in this world. Just say beer, wash a dark as all the on tea. Until we are not in normal times. As far as governance is concerned, we are not in normal times. And I said, unim, I never qua, as a feminine say, I say e-levy by ya pekwa mbison as until e-levy. Ya pekwa mbiso. Say you need a so nyina e-levy. Apart from the other revenue measures. Now we able to me augmented the revenue measures. I be boa ban amenya sika e dia bo man ho bina. Na se enu failure am prempren me kan sem bi e wo wa fidie ya so. Me kan say aban budget ya approve no. Appropriation akoso no. Ministries, agencies, departments on be utilize sika. Sika no prempren my as we na okwa yusu says sika na yade no says sika na mai nti obey anything. It is a revenue, a major revenue measure because revenue measure be ma ban no a whooping $6 billion Ghana cedis a year enye revenue measure ketwa. It is if such revenue measure fails, what do we have to do now? But now me can send you another station me say e-levy no ba na se no Hitman. Nanke was a Ghana for yejitum. Say, Adiana Batanasi. Enti yentua. Meba? Meba? Wahu, Okoto fuel. There is no way you can exempt tax in fuel to buy fuel. There's no way you can exempt tax. So Okoto in suya, pure water. There is no way you can exempt tax. So Okoto, Adebi or the account, Adebi a tax in Wohu. Now Okoto. Maybe a health worker, but some sonas are buying between a car. Odi can't tell it to order to answer. Why e-levy? Because it's also just like any other tax. And I think many government by adding because the institutions must work. They say e-levy not fairly, not a whooping you know, 6 billion or 7 billion within your.
What was the greatest research just before you land?
Okay.
Honorable Abano. Did we actually, as a country, or did you, as a government, plan before introducing the e-levy? Because so that was one angle the minority was kind of like questioning, say, at the end of one, more pray at the aba. 2, any successful. Lot of people complain. Mobile telecos complain. Momo association, they all came out complain. Now, almighty e-levy are failure. She say you call IMF. And there's no way out. We are not going there for initial condition meeting. The condition you call, there will be conditions. And they will spell out. Now, even you have to go and present with figures near there. I don't know why.
I don't make no. Hitman. Mama yenka yes we know me asem gwa na yeka. Say the alternative
is IMF.
Because if e-levy was successful, there is no need going to IMF.
But you said e-levy was the only alternative.
You see, e-levy was the alternative.
No, but I agreed you said that. Manka.
No, Manumboro asi edun ketia asem bisesi a. Wose sabi wo. Obakwase yanko na nsesa na adwen. Unim. No, ye kan.
Yeah.
Sabi wo. Yen kan say ye tintintinti. Ena amambuo no a ye de ahye yewura Akufo Adonsa no. He must run the country. Minua. So if e-levy fails us, does not mean that ahaban or minor engineer baby engineer. The governance or the country must be run by somebody. And the alternative is that we go in there, pick something very temporary, whilst taking steps and measures to make sure Sebit e-levy. I think there's no big deal in this.
I see.
The me propose when they say, Hitman, through media houses, say, are buying and for all necessary steps to make sure that Kwambia obet be reki in obia anti asiaba e-levy tuabono. You should do that. Mejidi say encourage. It's not late. No, it's not enough. You see, enye enough. Say nyina begia tumu. Say aba be boat na se. Apart from afi be ko na wie yes half time you ko na wie ya ye be ko 2023 ye be present another budget after your revenue measures no. For now, say yanko media review and kwama finance minister and any alternative revenue measure and bad I think e-levy still stands as it is. And a act of parliament. Untumi sort of precopa and casa welcome. Anamwa a process obey me afa na wa repeal na wa year free. Nti baby a dream. If e-levy has failed us, the alternative is to get a substantive revenue measure, which is near a binary taking on. Nti ye nyina ye begia tum na ya move on as a country. Na me gidi se basa e be ma oman no aden ho se de nyina pese ode no ho.
Thank you very much. Honorable Ajimensa, Majubium, ahwefo a mo hweye. Wo hwe o screen so a obehu number bi. Sa number no bomodian se odo text message ebe fa so ye di nkomo. Sa afei na won so watch mo TV na to a wo hwe ya. Ye di nkomo afa IMF. Honorable Ade, the Benyama ho with my city.
Say, I said, near time from. Now, meanwhile, Obe and then Obolo, I see Dunketia, Asimbioke, intimacy, Besembula, I see Dunketia, Asimbioke. I see Dunketia, there be our crab in a say, Ushuso. I say, there are only two fools in this world. One, the president here, he doesn't have knowledge on how to rule. Two, and then ministers here, Omudinechi, Omu Priest is such a president. Wo tape wa boy ne pekin ye makakre biu. Finance Minister Ojina Bontene Ode ye country, we are the country of pride. Ghana for ye wo pride ye can say ahomaso ho you and I ye hudia We have all the resources. We are not people with short sight. Or see here, Ghana for our new dear say your finance minister. Meanwhile, ye manage in your naso. You have all the resources in this world. Or no or your finance minister only need team. Benya amanfoa. Benya miswadi hu. Enti yenko IMF ne yenko IMF China. You have all the resources in this country. I didn't also say yenko IMF yenko. Ni deputy Dr. John Kuma so de betwa so say MPP TRC MPP ni yebu money yenko IMF ne yenko IMF China die be ni esi ane omo dwana kobo IMF abo na MPP for money ye call say voter card no money be ye call asini voter card because omo ye nipa omo kan okre wiase omo bae omo kan okre eba politics ya mfuturo nkuwa no omo tu die Ghana fuani na Hitman mama bre mama nkyerɛkyerɛ o minue wo se MF yiku a gise woni am bere wo ho asa bibia sai ama no do ho kɔbɔ omo ni bisa se ene se ku he yiku a sebe asansafu ku a agentira Ghana ye member of asansafu ku awo mo baye anyansafo MPP fo ani nti o manyi wo mo ho afiri kowinsafo asansafu sebe ammo brafo omukuo ani nti o manyi wo mo ho afiri no still
that was not what I said
wo mo ma Ghana a member of IMF na ye NDC fo de ye yangin tumusa because mama nkyere wade MPP first MPP under President Kufuor eya na MPP for say emedifrie enye eyekuwa enye yemfa ye homo waye omunye say first MPP administration under President Kufuor omuni MF ye adwuma 6 good years first programmer omoye ye from 201 to 203 NDA no musa renew ye up to 206 ne ahomaso dwe ne hantan eye MPP for omu trademark no e be show mu no mo say ye free MF but say omu say aboa patupre na aboa serewa e kire no twirebuo ye woye wonduru babi kekre osi mahuru ye ni puru wotukwe enu nti apatupre ni piribuo otisa akura de ye esua kenten ya wohunu ye no omo se omum ko amefiem akesesema hanten ya bomumu omo twe omo firi amefase no hwe ne ye to omo na esese ahoka chi omo a omo hunu omo ye no na esese omo ton one touch na ye friend Vodafone no na esese omo ton no omo de so budget so ansana 207 208 yetima tenase eno kura antentam for the first time in the history of Ghana MPP are banning introducing you into bond market. What if you call Euro bond or call just $750 million? Sadi beye baduro ayesa omuntimi ntwa adwuma yefo ka omuntimi yehwe wo manim ba ni nyina echi no 208 election MPP lusuye esana antani ahomaso a omo se MF de Galaway ye hiobiem ne eto omo no ti NDC ba konwa so 209 ne ye ne MF ko ye adwuma under President Mahama under President Mills and omo ye adwuma up to 2013 ne program no end year ne yes I could renew ye could renew no minnuan MPP 40 chire asama mo ka chire ye nyina ne se madwena sa nti aban na adwena sa gise okọ ode no kokọbo akwadufo kuo na bere bebe chire ne se ye ye ba ban mu a ye di ambefo nye adwuma da omo kansem tun futuro gu Ghana fo ani so fine ye NDC de ye kwen 2016 ye lusu ye no na ye ni MF wo program tinka mehwehwe se MPP fo buy ne nka nimu wa tinton tan no mo twam no mo so mo ni nim amamu mo ni nim sikasem baumia wa ligi o mo ntimi ti 2017 o mo toa ye program no so ebe endi no o mo hunu se anhwe aka bechi no o mo extend no for another 1 year to 2018 ne minuanom ahomaso dwane hantan yi o mo te se abua patupre o se mahunu ye fa ho ne be pam MF ne be brandy MS wo ye mo financial monster wo woman bia kan sem wo no ne wo hwe finance minister emra wo ND IMF program okotu kenke and watch party edima ni ministry adwumayefu no nyina beto party wo be the white
ana we so here say amoche na
meba
we are not in normal time
dabi ninu ye chiri koko aye dinima me pema kire o se omu ni MF twam say king 2 years ama ena covid yaba nipa wo se onye wo ye sasabron na de wo ho akire wa wo adwana kobo na bu mi bisawo wiase banks no nyina wo mo de wo so wo mo ye no covid be no bank money elitime maye up to $1 billion bank money elitime maye mo nyebi IMF wa wo ye financial monster mo guno ni mase NDC fo aye de ye kokokobbo o mo he mo guye ni mase kansamo de gugana fo azum se ye ya kwadwofo ye ntimi manage economy no ti ye kokofa IMF se omuni manage maye but mo ho kire ho no omuni mamuska se mo fan fight covid ne mo dia fight covid ni man disika hefa na no finance minister onko bua kontaro parliament ya betwena twetwe o duru ba bia baben ka se he wo mebua kontara wo do program BS parliament ya ye hwem ye mfa nya adwuma no de amemene fikukuduro hwe ni ngwase pa kokogu ni woni mase wo ho na minua ni America nyina ne se enye se IMF or your financial monster say MPP for eka no IMF ejina homa financial accountability ɔte sɛ commercial banks a ɛwɔ Ghana hai bank bia ne ɛtene ho ase a wɔdi ne dwa papa he sɛ customer bia wokɔ akɔgye sika nyɛ sɛ ɔmo sɔre ya na ɔmo padwo ɔmo sika na ɔmo de ama kwasa na wogye sika no wia na afei wode yɛ ware ma dodoɔ wode yɛ to private cars wode yɛ nomonsa wode yɛ bu ahohwibra ɔnyɛ saa da enti wo kɔgye busia wɔ commercial bank bia wɔ Ghana ha ɔmo bɛba abɛhwehwɛ wɔkyi ahunu sɛ asimasi a ɔbɛgye busia wɔyɛ credit worthy yɛde manu a obetimi de akɔyɛ adwuma abetua yesika he ɛne ba ne yesi hu nyinaa de amaye enti wo di sika no a ɔmo de nhyehyɛ to ho sɛ fa kwan we so wo di sika he nyinaa wo de yɛ adwuma no na ɔmo monitor sɛ wo di sika no yɛ adwuma wo bɛgye sɛ wo de kɔyɛ no bank bia wo wiase ɔyɛ saade enti abanya osuro accountability abanya osuro so bebu nkonta frintim de akyere na manfoɔ ne bank so ababoa no ma obuman no saa ban ni kiri MF na saa ban ni MPP aban enti dede ne no mo ye yenko MF de ya kwadufuo kuo MF de wokɔ asei no ni nyina ye se MPP wodi 10 million manua aban him panfuo bedi mu 7 million no mo di only 3 million aye adwuma dia matimamufuo he na MF so ye bangia odisika he mawa obahwehwem ahunu se why adwuma no mame ma typical example when say World Bank ama iskana anu ya se omunfanya training and teachers in this country grufu ya ban o match skamadi o madi o ma buo cash no na World Bank ni dia betuga ni wo mo se sika he o mo dia atrini o mo na buro nyine so dia menua buro nyine be no ya adwuma sao ni wo mo fa auditors monko Ghana all the schools monko hese sa training no a teacher for omo dia amon omo ko ba bia dabi see Minister of Education ni jagumi chem japa just egumi chem to say you know nti meka abaye hu asema kyerwa MF wa omo financial monster ne ekeka hu kaka motobi ni nyina ne se omu suro akontambuo wo mu suro perepere ye wo mu boni wo mu dimanu we no eso na mbom unim ubeko wunko abansa kan eno ne akyem pipi ne wo refu onsa na unim se won sanfo ese na abansa ka omo benua MF wa musuru no wo ye monster no wo ye kaka mutubi na de mo de mo ho kwa akobo mo ayede de be mi esi musi me kura men kanesa mo de mo baumia wo se look wabubo MPP economic management team abubo bedia Professor Jambafo Dr. Koto Osafumafo Alankasi diebe what a solid team minia sa anwia gale kura sosebe MPP economic management team no gale ne dem fa so ngumo wo sani say ya ehwie guti say ayi no ewura bi nyankopon nti MPP pani MPP pa MPP ye nim MPP mrane akesesem ba bi amode mani akwaduru ni mateti mani ya pansam no sa finance minister animguase akwaba na enye mi hu se na no nyameboa 2025 president in waiting president ya woba nyankopon ahyehye ne te se ayefo yira omodo no bemanikum ode nana adu mesro king ofurata sakeno pano buskutunu kotu baby na ne wo ye die me ba Benedicta wo ye second year student ewo UPSA administration obetima manage ye economy better than ye king oforiata oye.
We a former member of parliament on the ticket of the NDC Hitman South constituency ni party so kase wa emra shebedwani pen ama NDC wa Hitman South constituency was I presiding member currently Emmanuel Quarshie on a director of elections Emma NDC Joseph Nanga so ewa ha okasama MPP or a member of the MPP Bono East region communication team member also ewo fidema yedin koma fa IMF finally buying say yanko wa order kenofuriata say for pen and paper your data and your man from Coco Giscanumra. And once I'm acquire something which is there, meaning baby our here at this point in time. But obey me at the wadrinche afa a number that was screen so a WhatsApp line. At the same time, that very number no obey me a short voice note, just a very short one, short voice note, less than 1 minute, and trust me, you better at the actual. I think so. The message in about meaning maybe what Tamale Boga, Wa, Kra, Cape Costa, Krade, Kumasi, Eastern region, Sunyani, Brekum, Doma, name it. What the message in about do us a favor, ya na what the dean, and it be the message in a free, na what the aba, a jow the bantama, near to a boy who might me, Aka, Ama also what here or message. Now, Joseph Nanga, quickly. Yeah, very quick one. May 4 minutes to reply, Honorable.
Hitman.
Joseph Nanga.
A few years on, I can't say. IMF, a kuma, a maya, or my sign up, ama. IMF, a bank, Kuninia, a mine. I would do any man now. We are saying, or more a can't no. Men can't be say IMF a kua crony a maya or matitia pansamna edon mancasa. I didn't say that. I did not say that. They make kind say a loaner or mine bit back a no. Your group union. You did kind say. Sir Harrison in 2015 extended credit facility at NDC Koje. Ene baako eno no edu ba bia bra ho akire wa wo ye bibia odane konifa bankuma enye yie a wo dia ho hare so kɔ no ena me kan ye man ka se oman no those terms a wo use ye ene ne to so mienu sa wo ye oman a wo don IMF no wo betumi at your convenient wo betumi akwaje facility ne nyina terms and conditions apply terms and conditions apply. But some terms and conditions are dubious. To understand, they say, oh, mine, who do share brain, because share, baby. Now, your culture say, who graduates or more movie university successfully, don't man for more. What type of condition is that? Into your pona, children, qualadi, and qualane pass it out as he be a corner, and qualano conquering. Now, so your oman penina so don't sack or share sa pam nasia. Now, be catching myself who for into me. Do you want people to take you serious? Bio Hitman,
Okay.
MPP njamba bia nka say IMF enye. Now ni near e was say honorable aje ti ase ne say IMF condition bia sorry IMF facility bia on my beje no e was time limit. Oba kai president Kufuor call IMF. There was time limit. But no so you have to take yourself out of that policy and give another country a chance to enter. Bra President Mahama Kwaje stand a friend saying sa facility extended credit facility oji free IMF we oji free 2015 to I think somewhere 2019. There was time limit. Until you never hesitate from sa policy. Say a poll, it was faded out. Until man can say, Yakasa a monster, therefore Ghana ain't free IMF. Yan kasa. But the alternative now na kasa yan ko IMF and say e-levy ni jinai. Said the pen na. There is no way we go to IMF. That is what we were saying. When we say we are not running away from our own shadows. Ye jina brane. The kan ye no yaka sama ka che say ase dun ketia ka sabi o obakwase anko na se won sesa ni suba na adwene say mese me nko IMF efisa me wo bibia mani eda so na se de mani da so no amasa de betimi aba ne mbrem amaye de ya aduma Hitman, do you say because makasa me nko no o mine mbo do you say that? No, I was saying united ase babia ya du no say alternative no say betimi akọ IMF na o mine ato aso say de pen na why not? We are not so proud. We are not. We can't join a hand time. Obi a oye join a hand time will not go back to say something called IMF. Obe Kenya or minor bopine.
Surprisingly, let's be honest to ourselves. Before the year 2016, it was clear on the lips of the then running mate now the vice president. Say one, NDC is burning recklessly. That is one. Two, there's no need going to IMF. You just have to toll the boots. That is one. That's two. Three, as Lewusu communication minister currently, I can't see any P. Say, Bisiabo, any Dibumaya, or Waneba, who was at that time less than 20 years, can govern this country. Yanya minister in charge of Agric. I'm say IMF is same being here because e-levy best settle BBR. Minister of Education or see e-levy best settle BBR don't be IMF. Minister of Roads Amakwata or say there's no need going to IMF because e-levy is coming to settle everything. Minister of Kojo Ponkruma, Minister of Information, said the same thing. Ken Oforiata categorically stated, and which we even play the video. And the way I'm criticizing NDC. In fact, if it were to be the opposite way, the same thing I'll tell the NDC, that they've disappointed us. But in this case, more disappointed because I be say one IMF and yet because so called Moshishem Ramau. Gabi Ochida Kukra or Titi Aokai or say peanuts. One, are we going for the peanuts? Why are we going to IMF? What happened and e-levy could not excel? Why this U-turn suddenly within the shortest possible time? And what are you going to tell the IMF?
Hitman.
Because not to questions, Me bro it's okay. But for information, the Ukraine-Russian war. Are you aware the Russia embassy in Ghana have issued a statement?
I'm not privy to it, but
okay, so I'll forward it to you now. Okay.
No, but Hitman.
Na mo economy na tetia pansam dada.
Unim. Ye ka say na asama na me bisa me ho bra obisa me question na me bisa me ho question ba ko pe. And then say bra former president Mahama ne NDC eko IMF no. Na den na atsi wiemu a ye betumi ayi ye ho ano say.
I agree with you. Nobody challenges you.
That is a question I'm asking. Tamana NDC etam Ghana shebre ko share IMF. What was happening across the
we agree with you 100%.
And I say, at that time, at that material moment, and now more call for extended credit facility bailout no it was avoidable. What do you mean for that situation and compare next situation?
Next situation, man.
But you, sir, are you not aware
that
say and the whole world is in crisis? Are you not aware? No. Are you not aware? Say the whole world is in crisis, and there is no country we are still say. Said they now no Gina Brani. Gina Brani. There is no country.
I wouldn't want to.
Bio Hitman. Ye ka say. Wabo aswafo dodo na obi aka say e-levy buy be say e-levy buy be say e-levy buy. Yes. And I make sure say e-levy eba ne brem eba say de epe no ejina say de ejina. There's no way anybody would have me say me betena ha. Okay? Na say e-levy na jina sika ye project say benya no ya nya na say ma ban so okọ IMF. I only speak for it on this matter. Hitman, and come me nkasa ma aban on this matter. But baby ye dru no. Here see be. It is necessary. Now it is necessary
it's
because
like,
apart from
to say, maybe you're not. Let me put it in this context. For example, maybe or Dagatini. Before I met what I mean, say. And I emphasize with the company. Let me even go that way. Me Dagati, but let me use the word. Okay, so let me use it. Fine, Dagati. Dagati for one can be a friend of Jojo. And a man who so be dibida. Me example be man who so be dibi. Na be I would just say, and I saw honorable James and Eddie. Timba o na bisanse o. Honorable na o nkwan odi me hu bi do. Ma won sa asen katin kwan be nema bebribi gum. No so ye Jojo na so nkwan we de. Me ni bi da na mawu. Na maka aka empo me ko pe me yere me still me kan say me ware me yere Dagati ni kra still Jojo me ni. Afi me ware me yere there was a day me yere da. Na me manya ne so nko prepare Jojo. Something like that.
Me aso da ye say ko di. Yanya ma adi ye say Jojo no bit mama ko. Okay, so anyway, the na me kan say unim nobody within MPP can say IMF ye bonsam. But at the point in time was extended credit facility we were criticizing it. When you say COVID buy you support from IMF. What do you say? MPP government had a support from IMF.
Okay, so because of time
so why should we say IMF on the
Thank you. Honorable member also 4-5 minutes to some of the man to quickly.
Okay. Minu we. No money that time quiet so.
No need that.
Time quiet so.
I don't know that.
You almost say omo nom sesere so. O money tree at time quiet. To almost say omo enti wani tria said time quiet ni da hoedie wo sene wura time quiet nsuo no mu wo bakona nsuo no da quiet na se tim na wa num bi agubo enti wo firi sesere he so ba no ensuo ato man nsuo bi ta sesere no so na mmom wani tria time quiet no nti Sansa Tresuo no o se mempe men nom obeduru ukoduru tan kwaye no mu no na nsuo na we abon futuro ono ne atumi nue no me won na America se omo ye nipa omo brag too much but mabadwuma na benye mayenhwe Ubehunu say, Omo ye dopaafo ya kwadwura. Yes. You manage country's economy and resources. What shows you say nkurufo we omo betena konwa so. 6 years mudi. Dia ben policy program no odi aba or can COVID yasem. Dia ben initiative no omo ye ya. atimi ama omu sika sen se covid ska wo de abro covid a blessing the MPP government and Ghana to say ubaka say covid aba be say economy data bia ni wa e sa because covid money ama yesika getting to 30 billion Ghana cedis 30 billion Ghana cedis na womun tire single program womun yeya womutimedi a generate enough resources since sika covid the abraya even 2021 almost say covid no more statistics figures actually say 2020 ye exceed ye revenue target sika ye say ye gigi afiri ye port ye gigi afiri bia no within that covid time no ye gigi buru sika na ye nim say ye benya so actually say covid no abedi ye bone dabi 2021 ya sara gigi aburo sika na ye expect so nti dia be na kire se covid no wa be se ye economy dia be na kire se covid no ba bedi ye bone covid mu amanya sika acheche dia ma party fuo enye kura no mo deputy what and what ba no o si ono no, yeah, it's a deputy chairperson.
First vice. Emma MPP, Sanargo constituent.
What man is saying?
100,000 Ghana, which is 1 billion.
When you have 1 billion, other executives no swing now, no, no, deputy. When you 1 billion, the main chairman no swing saying.
Okay.
Only swing 1 billion. Executive, no way saying. Per constituency no se no mu ye 6 ana mu ye 10 enye 10 billion covid sika nko an one constituency be de akoho na ma Jesus ka we nyina di man fa nyimpuntu dwuma bia mun ko bu akonta
okay
kenyu forata se benya 19 or 18 billion. 18 billion no.
Me ana me yosa for the first.
Sika wotum kase ba yusu. 12 billion.
Okay.
6 billion away.
Okay, so thank you very much. I'll get back to you. Hefo amohe sabri nyansa ni ba ko fotrim. Se bi mo se mo brand mo daji ahwe. Braso se ye ma won so akonya na enkomo no won so bambi. Wo hwe screen so numbers bebre na begu so bia wo fra. Ade a me no betimi edi nkomo na yati wadwenche. Bibia obi a wo hwe bia sabri no screen so no help screen so numbers eguso no obetimi afre any of those numbers so fra ade a ye no ebedi enkomo me no ekasa gifas mixture adaroma na ye de dwumadi ebro ekasa gifas mixture no ni ye pa Food and Drugs Authority at the Stampasia pampam say pai wo call your drugstore pharmacy shop ebro bia ko pebi no na be bo pa ye won pick capsules e wo ho and pick up so no akwai bonus mema eboa ma owura bebia eboa ma odidi soro no form eboa ma odidi hall ne bedroom esa boa wo eyi amaman hukuru ntininum ema moja ntimi di frisa ne kama sere be ya kana na onan eye titiriti no enye titiriti biom kana o se sasabro anananse achimede bi masa biom nti mesawa wo here screen this one. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Hitman.
Yes, I was about to one of them.
With the Pato New Kentampo.
Pato Boko, dear Joseph Nangasu Tupa.
Nangaswa no Kemi Chikibi, who then them a monetano pa. Chompia Nanga on the Mamendana Sianumbre na Menchia on Abon Soso. Mense wakwenye nchi abunu is chamai IB na menchia ne executives na Hitman ya meka che Ghana for no say ya be sre Ghana for dia ba no Chebi, Yenina, and yes, and I shall na bibi mu Emma Nyama Adani. Yenina, a baby dance here say 2019. None your men, Tessa, that you dance here. Then this for cry no moka. So a mambo dear, eh? Na 2020 ya, you see more. COVID zini hubechi muno. Na, rasi na sisa. Edu baby na mox to them yanko. Edu baby na sorry them na yanko. Edu baby ye manu wa good poor mukoba yenya bidieno. Na fidi ye mom koga. Edu baby na buy as I say yakoto nro na ye spray agama hodwo. Edu baby na teacher 40 fear. Na abai na itu omuka na omu kwachira de. Kana fo esem na aba ye ba sremo. Se yanda e ba sre na na ba kwa akuvado ni omega na ye be ko IMF a. Ye njintu na ye wo one policy a ye de kire ga na fo se ye ko IMF no do ye timi ye free SHS. Ye ko IMF no ye timi restore teacher training allowance. Ye ko IMF no ye timi ye 1B seat 1 factory. Ye ko IMF no ye timi ti 6 new regions. Honorable Ajemi Sakwas, I have heard honorable Nikasay, Budu East region. Nanado da kwa Fada da Roma. Na wako IMF, now the gun the Sika Bayan confirma. Kana for Manka Samunjaji, Anaboni Yajuma.
Yate, also Mentana. Hello, good evening.
5 minutes, sir.
Yes, I'm Pacho, one of the Nikasay, whatever.
If I know your family, because if you Akimo Damia driving.
Fantastic. Open your boy on common.
Yeah, Mr. Asema Honorable Eka, Sir MPP. I see, I'm saying one more time. And this is time. So, we are saying, one more time, I confirm. Oh, yes, I confirm. Sika, I'm going to confirm, and then confirm 1 5. Confirm, and this is time, confirm no FI. I had no kind this MPP Asem. FI. Way. If I did Romunia, they will come in the echo. Also, we are quite be a organ and the band say, and the neck wine as I say. Every time I say, and Romunia don't come home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Open Pacho, within one of the Nikasay.
A branch is a still like I say to Paso, our central region. You and you made a mamin here on a boy Ebenezer Obi Jamna, local boy. The view will be a Emerson Lincano. I mean, here MPP in our to your best friend NDC for the IMF. We are among 4 children, say, you knew Munin Comoni and say. Omubetui aboye bibi kakra mo fan beg justify Mahama ni failure wo ye no Mahama time wo koye no MP no that MP no to no that time no parliament me sire bi so ono anse nyankopon anim no won ka no kure say that time na president Mahama e ko IMF no na saa how ya abawia si na saa time na e bi wo ho ana so emi nyanya atwum on me emfasa I am a fear you could justify Mahama and Yakura. Mahama, the Otu, Ghana had the president, a yen on one home money. Mamma media for some push agenda via now how now we are Sri Lanka or my number. If you see a Belgium for quite sniffy and I had the age because of pandemic and Russia, Ukraine, Abbey. How much I can me and Russia you pay? You know, himself, no son, I'm a pano boy a day, and I'm a boy a day, fertilizer in your dinto. It's no because of me and car. Everyone buy a ambassador of Russia, some kind of say, and you Western foreign accent, say, woman, money, man, by on car say, Ukraine, Russia, and took one and far how be by you. Or say, Western foreign day, America, UK, money at the other. Oh, now they almost fancy out to more Russia for so, and look at near my number on Casa and far how be by you. Mummy, indicated, especially media for more indicated Ghana for who say, problem number, The back time will be quite by or the Benyan confirm the other, and you didn't wait. When you, however, young children, penny because of an one woman, and men or how number in your free senior high, in your NAPCO, in your youth employment, and support Danko SSBI, who want to sit down or just be a cheap company or 12 people are going to have the idea. See, I'm more of a
yo, yeah, that's it. Also, hello. Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
But what I'm going to say.
Medindi Alex Kasafiri Sinyani.
Alex and Patrick Power down.
Yo, Edika no Michiamu na any NDC ni na okamu hono. Say IMF ya koi. Omo di kind di President Mama atem say omo nim economy ni nti na omo sorry ana omo ko IMF. We ka ho premier sa MPP ko IMF. NDC so akomi no pe. Oh. Na already can cry papa no beka confirm no ni we fi say excavators no de ani ataban etu yira e be sin na ye hu ye excavators no wa ye fa no kura ntu nchen na ka economy hu asem papa mesrawo omo amuda su ewo ho finance minister no osafuma afro ni economic management team omo bet na ho akwa akopim say be ko IMF ya na so omo gina nchen if someone normal say economy, am I yen who be there for Kurakranshi? Tika Yan a COVID break, and of a panicano, 30 billion. After him, yet that's what you and no more cafe free in Adasutia, Ebiana, more for the Amusi, and yet that's what you Bola United, Ade. No, so my say Aden and Akufa or resign on it our for the attack for you know, before.
Namendo, say hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, I was about to dinner with your free.
But John, I did that. I'm going to be what I region.
Mpacho, F1. Mpacho, pa.
I am by some program now more than our TV soon.
Yeah.
I Oshe NDC MPP 1 billion now. Oh dear. Oh my papa. And I'm quite okay. The Oshe NDC MPP we are near for. We be declared we shall be declared. That's when we are never positive in the quarter. The media master plan.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Patrick. What I'm going to say?
I'm Patrick Martin, the Hitman.
Yo, Martin Patrick, you power down.
Hitman, you only say, that you're me and you know it's well, maybe you know your papa. You only say, I'm a smoothie kind of NDC photo says, Mama, first one to attempt saying, Mama is incompetent. But in Chomokasa, Mama home because of what's the name? I am a financial Ketwa. For me, have been our problem since they got a Ghana, you need to be because of me. And Joe Begging here, and then some of the Kafa Ghana one, the Ghana Queen here, Bomia. Officially, your friends, or Ukraine, whatever, now your basic education. Napo from past November, because I made not one that you know, Mamma Kata, the friends, what's the name? One is one factory. With the crocus and the Crum factory dance, one damn benefit is done for the field. Omonja Casa Nokra, Cancer Mokan, what is also in the baby beyond the cases the hammer, waste your waste, get done with the football team. What is Canadian one kind of animals in Ukraine, Nigeria, whatever I want to watch? It's about intelligence and not drink. It is only means Budana mind, almost like mine and 2 minds in the book.
Martin, one in and hello, good evening.
Hello, the young one, a woman.
Yamia, the one patch one of the Nika say.
Oh, Mr. John, you come up with Kusilas because every Aquatia Densembo district.
Mpacho,
you Aquatia for your papa, my dear mamma will be you.
Yeah, that's
the program. I had the and this is not another now. I must go back now. The papa is trying to upon me say NDC there is only political party. What you may see political office our Adabaka. Yeah, brother see and then how far they thought Makanya system. 7. about manager. For your mama said, prosperity will judge you. What you say? I said, no, we are ready to make. Now, who cut them? Oh, no, person, chop on your music, you can out. Oh, my God, I said, and the other country, Christo. Can the Christo set it to the master mommy? And I don't mama kind of prosperity will judge you upon the Baumia. And then, but that's what I want that. Young go have the tonight, young go one time. And just another. And then go for the country, can no for that I said. Oh, God, who? I'm not the number 2. They don't quite have it. Now, Papa, I'm to assure you. Young Jomu net, young Jomu Tina, because Kana Mudiano, Oman demands less Kelly, Oman Baba cannot go Papa. And the Amen for Oman Best 7, Oman Pensum who, and Tomu Jibba, Kupa, the 7 to net, and this Oman Mama Johnny says, well, only a minute, the Chapa Penny, no, why?
Mate, Medas, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Hitman.
Yes, I'm Bacha. One of the niggas say. Offer confi. Yeah, my poor tenant.
Oh, I'm not the one share.
Yamana dum no one pie boy into answer you.
The one financial out of our.
Oh, Dama.
No.
And chair wife you want to know.
Now, me at the man, I'm not bad. I think more to have the
Your Bono East.
Bono East. Yeah, my piano. But they could part of one visit, one party. They could use one of no one my Eddie's name was one of.
I impose a betum that far and go to me for text message and I was a mamma may be in an Ibasa and come out Chamon.
That's a matter. I think I'll pay you.
Meda say, boy, on come on.
You're not a master. But then we should be near ending. Not the penny and this little. After Mama, all of I am a phone. Remember, something else will be asked. First question. Second question. After, please, you know, Mama, what do After Mahama, all of Mama 2015, from 2014 to 2016, nothing. Teacher. I will be a human. That is a good man. I am a Otumchawakana, Anka. The Wakana was never see me lady. And this was not a woman, Fianda. One year, for Kuba bed to us, only had net. I'm aware what was for the 7 months due. Only had in that I'm in the end, it's not out. A friend, I never should make nothing. Nothing you had done, uncle. She made Ukraine in Russia. I said the whole one. Yeah, person, and you're buyer. A minute from the whole way. This is put here 9 good months. No one be a teacher. Will piano. And you will be a one piano. But you even know piano. Can you know the mama from school? I can know the from school. They don't do anything. Can look at your hand up there. What did I say? For the 48. Come here, sir. I'm here to oh, I didn't want to go back to the block. She might be active. This thing here, and you want to do one of the apple. Young going for when they did it. Someone can you stop because of you got the bomb will sell. No, it's not, but the
Obey, Mapo Bensumrai, Madasapa. Hello, good evening. Yes, I was about to dinner be a casa free.
You don't even if you are my Vicent, I'm going to come.
You, patriote you.
The Martin, the first time I'm my friend.
Oh, okay.
What is it? How much was said, how much for you actually? In fact, you're about a part your muscle. It's okay to media, Semana Boca, and then there's a Semana recorded the source. The Wakana, I never know the Chiwade as a Muslim or Mede Papa, only for the Sunny. Oman chances, don't empty. No comment, I Bundor this is upper east. Bundor for the is under the time I Bundur. I don't know the in bank, you don't can't just say, I don't know about it. we are fancy. We are fancy. And then something
yeah, that's hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm Pacho. What am I saying?
From Agbina, taxi driver, I'm facing movie, Cape Coast.
Agbina.
Yeah.
Pacho boy, come on.
Aha, masa. And people in Almota, you know. Why are you now instead of the over patrol there? Over patrol that there was one in here. No, auto I am here. Yeah. A mana, you ska. On my peninsula, no, watch at a flight. I'll check them flight. I watch it in this kind of kubum there. Them sky, I'm a postman, them a flight in this canoe. Engine baby, we're gonna. Shahawa, Lamana buyers and to an engine to under taxi driver. The solar of machine because of Chokoli. But I know, which is penny at the same time, she would be so far or Bem, which is car and Jimmy John. Kind of for that, I economist, a banker. I got here. In Jimmy Nini, then no, kind of why compare the Mama, or no, compare the Mama. Mama, no, the president, I don't know, I'm paying for, I don't know, you're too bad to a Ghana for making a chino, not them the moon, my barn said I'm not. In the area, the master man, Macan, a moonad and said I'm not. Not Ghana for now, we are now up mountain. They, why has no one in a canal, and it's for them not, and it's for them not. Them no woman, I'm a moving over. Massa. Our taxi driver is open and she put to one on a boat. Mahama time and there it was put to 4 gallons or 2 million. That's Mahama time in 2016, it turned to 12 gallons. The fellow came with Vika and they put to 200 Ghana on the baby and Jimmy Penyagima. That's how we sent the other.
Marta Madasa Papa, I Madasa, Hannah Medisi mean for Corbiabium. Your voice note Kakrabi or why your boss answer na your voice note to the my kind messages I must send at the amount quickly NT voice note in be na if you are my kind messages now the buy no at the amount. Yeah. Pacho my and Tino Hapapa, Pacho Pesemi 18 year. Unfortunately, there's a problem with but let me go through some of the messages. Mode Abba Sabri, me pesemi kind messages there. Abba, these are some of the messages you've sent, and please take it easy whilst I read it to you. This one say, good evening, please. So, MPP talking about the men. Is that the men we are seeing? Now, they are still going to IMF to freeze employment again. Please, will they still take the e-levy after going to IMF? Please, I need a clarification. And this is from Ransford, all the way from Kaswa, Accra. This one says, senior, in fact, before God and man, the situation is really getting out of hands. And day by day, the situation is worsening, and the so-called, we have the men government. So where are the men the MPP promised when they were in opposition? May God have mercy on Ghana. In fact, Ghanaians has never witnessed such a 419 dishonest and super incompetent led by the President Akufo-Addo, and his running mate, his Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, government. Never before again. And this was sent in by James Opoku, Deputy Youth Organizer for Hitman of constituency, and he says I should extend his greetings to Honorable Elizabeth of Osui-Jari, a former Minister of Tourism and currently Member of Parliament on the ticket of the NDC, Hitman of constituency. This one says, this one is from Emmanuel Quarshie, my namesake, and he's sending it from Cape Coast. Please tell the MPP communicator that if the e-levy has failed them, then they should refund our monies back. I think I agree with you, Masa. Mohammed from Singa, Northern Region. Wow, Singa, Tundra level. Sanar be Singa. You don't want to, but it was sent in by Mohammed all the way from Tamale, Northern Region. John Mahama says something in 2016, and I quote that Nana Addo and Bawumia have not been any president. They have not. Yeah, okay. Nana Addo and his running mate, which is now the vice president, they have not been in any presidency before, and they do not understand the governance or president, being a president, or the job as a president and governing a nation. Mahama should not go to IMF today. Where are you going? Are you going to GMF or what? That's the question he's asking. He's asking if the MPP is going to GMF because they accuse Mahama of going to IMF. So maybe this time around MPP is going to GMF. We are waiting to see whether they are going to GMF or IMF. Finance Minister told us that if they implement the e-levy, it will solve all problems and preventing Ghana from going to the IMF. And like I said, it was sent in by Mohammed all the way from Tamale Northern Region. Mohammed Anula, the Ayama Yulma can never bound the Tamale Northern Pull and Lever. There's one part. This one is from Amisco. And he's also sending in this one from Kaswa. A.K. Hawa Kumsin to Aso. I see. The NDC hiding behind Arise Ghana to demonstrate is a sign of desperate. They are to abolish the good policies of the NPP. Indeed, they are never, NDC is not an option for Ghanaians' development. We are fed up and tired of the NDC. They make noise too much. Special greetings to Stephen and team, incoming national chairman for the NPP, hopefully. Okay, let me put in that context. Okay. But at the same time, I can say incoming chairman because most people are yelling for Stephen Tim. But I'm praying either it becomes Stephen Tim or Professor Amia Konfi. Let me read last two. Atimbela Pato sent in this one from Kintampo. Why do the opposition NDC always resort to lies and propaganda to achieve political power instead of their track record? 30 years to rule Ghana, no single intervention policy. And if this government want to go to IMF, there will be more social intervention policies to show almighty free SHS. One district, one factory. Restoring the teacher trainee allowance. How can you compare yourself to President Akufo-Addo or comparing yourself to the government of Akufo-Addo? The incompetent Mahama created Dumso, Airbus, Sada, Jida. And this should give us a break. Simple, Sefunito. Big salute to Joseph Nanga. Asari Stephen R. for Kenya say, vote NDC and MPP out. Ghana Union Movement, led by Osofo Chirabosum. Good evening. Very impressed, Hitman. In fact, I like the way you host the program. Very professional. No bias. Keep it up. Good job. From Simon Bono East. Surprisingly, I agree with you, but my production team always put pressure on me. I have not done anything to them. Yeah, Kelvin, yeah. So be a maybe no be a me I say we are looking handsome. But I never you said yes, yes, no. Fanboy and in every no young fanboy. You say, be Aja production team no dey am no. Amo dey bia do say no mo boma pam say pam.
Abibiano. Say aban e person raise revenue. And this will problem with it.
Saban person revenue.
Yes.
No man
including so Yakobo Bosuya.
As an enemy of progress.
Yes, okay, and I'm yendra. former President Mahama inaugural speech at I think Think Progress Ghana.
Sir, no, sir.
Page 10.
Yanko
Aban per $1 billion syndicated facility be. Page 10. What kind of now? Or kind page 12. What say? We wish to serve notice going forward that the NDC in Parliament will not support any further non-concessionary borrowing or loan that are not project specific with clear and unambiguous terms that benefit our country.
Okay.
It say $1 billion. Say Parliament $1 billion in 2 months. I think it will be enough. What you
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
That's crazy money.
Now, wrong. See, I must say you are serving notice that NDC will never support any such deals. Sure. NDC is always noticed COVID by. They are not thinking about the lives that have been, lost to COVID. They are not thinking about that. Sika eba abuan. Yes, young fan boy, Yadian home benamuna musuma.
Okay.
You should think about the lives. Obi papa wu, obi mamie wu, obi dofu wu. We should think about that. We should do audit of people who have lost their lives, who have lost their jobs to this COVID. What you say? Finally.
Because
COVID by ye the impact. And he say abana say baby ayeshi. Na aban say or pe kwan bi so ama ye ho ahehan. I think that is the surest way to go. We should support it and move forward as a country.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Ajime say yeah.
Dromama said NDC in Parliament will not support any concessional loans which are not project specific. Near okay no. Wa ban here ka kire say abano wo kwa akwaje tie wo kwa akwaje 1 billion 1 billion no now ka kire say wo de be ye kajetia market wo do be sit chima market and now you could see hospital ewo ha and no ye project specific NDC will support. But no one is a me call you 1 billion diaba. Oh, Jebe. Omo $1 billion, $2 billion ya omo GM no. Omo di ayede because na nye project specific nti. Won se techima ha. Na anu yi ne ye techimafo ka ne say loans wa ye koji ni Korea ye di be ye techima nsuo ye project specific $100 million ye project specific say ye di be ye techima nsuo bepemo ne sikana yira ye ka ho asem enu to techimafo ye nya anu a ye kasa no bepu koji bosia 1 billion one year mark say medikoye we that is the gentle way one second scan one afi na boni about team utimi wiemu be $700 million.
Thank you very much. All too soon we've come to the end of today's edition of the program, which is Ghana Tea. It comes with this and every Thursdays. The program comes with Thursdays and Fridays, so don't forget to make a date with us, same time, same day, same channel, GlobeTV. Let me quickly say good evening to you, Amma Sabina. How are you of Italian Beauty? God bless you. Thanks for doing the watch and many thanks to Bachade. And you want to
offer K Jamaya. What's in my Chianoa?
Emmanuel Quarshie. I sent Koma Sofo and Afi Juamana head of the production team. Cameraman Kelvin and Afi Mike, right? Mike. About you say number 1 as well Buakra. Even Charlie, me feel rough. Charlie, you best share him. Yakrobi, I don't say.